lot of requests to review this product, and I actually have two in my hands over here. I have the Airgun Designs Tac-1 Automag and the warp feed that sits on the bottom of this thing. Now, when I was doing research for this, a lot of people were saying, well, AGD's a dead company. You know, you can't get parts from them anymore. So I did something unusual. I actually called them, and I got a guy on the phone. He said, yeah, we're still here. We got Tac-1s. So this is not a dead gun. This is actually, you can still get these brand spanking new. Thing is, you can only get them from the manufacturer, so keep that in mind. So let's talk about the gun itself. We'll talk about the warp next time. So the gun itself, this is a Tac-1 Automag. It's available from Airgun Designs website, right down there as usual. Let's talk about the physical parts of this gun. Internally, this is a blow-forward semi-automatic paintball marker. This is not like the blowbacks. This isn't like the autocockers. This is a completely different system. Now, there's guys who can describe this much better than I can on YouTube, so look them up if you're really interested to find out how the internals work. From a real-world standpoint, they just work, and they continue to just work. I have not taken the back off of this thing in years to just give you an idea of how well it just works. The mechanics of the gun also, the bolt in the front has an anti-chop system built into the bolt, mechanically speaking, so that when you're shooting the gun, every once in a while it'll make a chupping sound. That's the gun actually stopping firing so that a ball does not get chopped inside the barrel. It helps prevent a lot, 90% of the chops that you get are prevented this way. Also, velocity adjustment, really easy. There's just a, right here on the back, you just put an Allen wrench in there and you just give it a little bit of a twist. It works really nicely. Okay, speaking of everything else in the gun, the almost standard 2-finger trigger, which is really nice for my big fat fingers. Pitkany rails right here. So almost any given gun attachment, like scopes or lights, that'll fit right on here. Normally there'd be a vertical feed on the top over here, so that's why these are offset. So you put the scope on the side so that you can scope down without having your vision blocked by a big thing on the top over here. It is threaded for autococker barrels, so any autococker barrel will fit nicely right in here. This happens to be a Lapco 2-piecer. And also you have to provide your own ASA. I have a Lapco drop on mine, right down there. So, let's see, that's all the physical stuff. Now, when you pull the trigger, there's actually a little bit of pressure as you release. So if you get the timing just right, you get your finger pressure just right, you can just get an unholy rate of fire for a mechanical marker. Like, I could probably max this thing out probably 15 or more a second from a mechanical marker if you can find the sweet spot. And a lot of guys can. So let's talk a little bit about the MSRP.
$479.
Dude, you could get yourself an e-gun for that. And you could get an electronic gun. But I think this is worth the money. And I'm not just saying that from somebody from my perspective. Yeah, they used to sponsor my WebDog show way back in the day. But I purchased this gun. I actually bought it brand spanking new, and not for a discount. I bought it for full price. And there's a bunch of reasons for that. And the first one is the quality of the gun. As you're shooting this gun, the barrel doesn't rattle. There's no barrel chatter as you're firing this gun. So the balls are landing almost on top of each other to begin with. Add to that the way that they have the air system set up is that the deviation of FPS is usually maybe plus minus 2 on a good day. On a bad day, it's plus minus 3. So the balls that you're shooting are going pretty much where you aim them, if you aim them correctly. Well, that's another story. So right there, that makes it worth the money in my book. Now, a lot of guys are not going to like this gun because it's mechanical, and you can't get that insane rate of firepower on that. And that's fine. That's your game, then you've got different guns that do that job perfectly. For scenario guys, for woods guys, for just people who want to knock around, have a gun that's going to keep on working and always work, this is a good gun for you. It's nice and lightweight. It feels nice rolling up to the shoulder. It's really easy to lug this thing around all day. You can play a 24-hour scenario game with this thing, and your arm's probably not going to get tired from it. But again, like I said, it's not for everybody. I like it personally, and it's kind of an old school throwback in a way. But it's also an old school throwback that is still competitive to this day. So again, this isn't for everybody, but if you're a hardcore scenario player and you're looking for something that's a little bit different, a little bit more lightweight, and something that's going to last you a really, really long time, Tac-1 Automag, available from Airgun Designs, you might want to consider it.